Go. Okay, good morning. We welcome to this recording for gisting. Okay, we will use here three tools. Google Doc, like we have already used. We will use the machine translation tools, in this case, DeepL, and possibly Google Translate. And we will use for source of article in different language that we don't know, we will use Google News. So I open first a Google Doc. Here, if we go to open a Google Doc, sorry, Drive. We open a new Google Doc. As we know, and we will prepare, as we have done in the past, a three-column table to place our text and the results of our gisting. Okay, now I will go to Google News. Google News, and in Google News you can choose the source of language that you like. It's here when you have a Google Doc, for example, here if I take English, here I will have English news, and you choose in English you can choose plenty of different countries, like the list appear again when you type on the language and region tab. Okay, and if we take in your case Espanol Panama, what are the main title of Panama in Spanish? Well, here it doesn't appear on the list, but it appear on my. We'll see what happens in Peru. Just it doesn't work with Spain because they have forbidden that system. So, en Perú, gobierno amplía estado de emergencia por la COVID-19 hasta fines de abril. Okay, we will use that the tool with a language that we don't know, and that's why I say when you go to Google language and idioma en región, in este caso, I will take, for example, nobody among you understand Netherlands. It's not necessarily Netherlands. You can say German. We can take French, for example. Easy, French. Let's take French. It's the easiest way. French from France. Français. Actualizar. And here I have now the source of news in French. Okay. And then I would like to know how it looks like if I translate in Spanish and English using CAT tools or machine translation tools, one of these articles. Now, the importance is that if the Spanish and the English translation are very, very similar, that means that we have an accurate gisting translation. So that's to translate essentially language that we don't know much. So here I will try to find a topic that is something probably interesting for everyone. Okay, here they have Birmania. Okay, Birmanie in French. So I take, and that I have an article, and I will take part of it, and I will use like 2 paragraphs, of the article, and I place that on a DeepL translator. Okay. Now I will reproduce the space, and again, and take a second paragraph here. DeepL translate here. Okay, now I have a article French from Le Monde, and I will place what I'm translating in the part called of my Google Doc. Okay, and I would say French article from Le Monde. And we are 27 March 2021. Okay, now if I have here the translation in Spanish and here the translation in English, I'm supposing we don't know French, but we will see if Spanish and English say exactly the same thing or more or less the same thing. So, aquí está el español. Google Translate. And English now. I just switch to English here. American English, let's say. And here it is. Okay, now this works better for international language than for local languages, but it works. Now you have English here. Okay, and you can see we have that's a gisting in two languages. Matan a los niños. Ante la demostración de fuerza de los militares en Birmania, los opositores se organizan. They even kill children. In the face of the military show of force in Burma, opponents are organizing. You see that here, our two first paragraphs are exactly the same. So, we can conclude that in French, ils tuent même les enfants face à la démonstration de force des militaires en Birmanie, les opposants s'organisent. That's the same, that's an exact translation. So when I will stop here the recording, but you have seen the basic of the gisting that as we are going to do it now. It's already